Okay, so we were talking marketing just now. Well, Finnair, the Finnish airline, has a new program that seems to take the idea maybe one step too far. As part of its frequent flyer program, Finnair customers can now use their frequent flyer points for breast implants, facelifts, or hair replacements. No, I'm not joking. The money-losing air carrier has an agreement with a Helsinki hospital to provide free plastic surgery if you've earned the air miles. Of course, it won't come easily. Earning the 3.2 million points for breast surgery, for example, requires 120 round-trip business-class flights between Helsinki and New York. Then again, miles earned for the airline are good for 5 years, so all you'd have to do is fly round-trip twice a month for the 5 years. And if you're familiar with Google's service called Street View, then you'll know what a truly amazing invention it is. Type in an address, say you have the house you grew up in, there it is, a 360-degree view. You see what color the new owners have painted it, what trees have been planted, what car is parked in the driveway on the day Google camera rolled past. And that's the problem, at least according to Switzerland. The Swiss Data Protection Agency is taking Google to court over what it alleges is a failure to protect people's privacy on the service. Authorities there claim Google has not done enough to make faces and vehicle plate numbers unrecognizable on the surface, and that the height of its camera can sometimes peer over fences and other privacy walls. It's not the first time Street View has run into trouble. Greek, Japanese, and German officials have all objected in one way or another. Residents of one English village even formed a human chain to stop the camera vans. Google criticized the Swiss decision and said it would defend itself in the case. And amazing or not, if you've ever gone wandering through that website, you might agree that, to me, it seems a little too Orwellian sometimes for comfort. But I'm thankful to it, if for no other reason than it's a perfect lead-in to my commentary tonight. You see, as we end this week, if I seem a little less American, maybe more Romanian, then I want to explain. I received my residency card yesterday. Yep, it took much longer than it was supposed to, so for me it was a big day. Now, I know citizenship will have to wait, but still I feel suddenly like a Romanian, a doc, just being a resident. I'm ready to drink lots of palinka, have my old dacha break down by the side of the road, and eat slanina and onions for breakfast. I'm not sure I can explain how satisfied I am. I suppose I now feel I have an identity here. Maybe I'll change my name to Petru. But like many things here, like most things maybe, the process did not come without plenty of confusion and surprise. My one question is this: why does the government care so much about where I live? Now, I know it's not easy to get a green card in the U.S. Residency there does not come easily at all. There's a lot of confusing paperwork everywhere. But I've lived in the U.S., Mexico, and England, and no one cared this much of what my address was. A driver's license in the U.S. is the only photo ID we usually carry. On that is our address. But you know what? You just go into the Office of Motor Vehicles there, and you tell them your address. You don't prove it. You don't fill out forms in triplicate. You don't go to a police station. You don't pay a notary. You don't have the owner of your apartment attest to it. No one takes responsibility for you. Now, at banks in these countries, they do need to know your address because of anti-terrorist regulations and other things that I do agree with. They do want to know that you live where you say. But all they require is a phone bill or electricity bill showing your name and address on the envelope. And the phone company, electric company, they require no proof at all. Maybe in big cities you need to show your rental agreement to enroll your kids in school to prove you live in the district. But except for special situations, no one cares where you live unless you owe them money. You see, in these other places, if you give the government a wrong address, it's your problem. You won't get mail. You'll get sent to the wrong place. Maybe your credit card will not be approved because it does not match what's on file. Maybe you'll have trouble buying a computer over the internet. But that's your problem, and it's your responsibility, not the government's. Honestly, to me, it feels a little creepy to have the government that concerned about where I live. I suppose it'll be useful, though, for when I get lost, I can find a policeman or walk to Piazza Vittoria, because I do know where that is, go up to the government building. All I'll have to do is show them my residency card, and they can drive me home. That will be nice. But the Romanians I've talked to didn't even realize it's different other places. We can move any time and not tell anyone, except maybe our mothers, as long as we don't want our mail. The truth is, I don't think the U.S. government really wants to know where we live as long as we vote for them. So my guess is I've just seen one more example of the vestiges of pre-revolution Romania. Apparently it lives on. For no discernible reason. I know there are other examples, and this is just one, but that's how you change things, I think, by erasing one antiquated, silly, intrusive, and cumbersome rule after another. So my suggestion is you get rid of this one. And now you have to listen to me because I'm a resident. And that's my commentary. I hope you send us yours. I have appreciated the ones I've received, and I do enjoy reading them. You can send them to The Frank Show, tmctv.ro. And that is the show for tonight. To find this week's interviews, visit www.money.ro or tmctv.ro. Or you can watch the replays of the week's programs starting at 12:30 Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And we'll be back here next week, as always, with the day's summary of business news and our interviews with some of the top business people in Romania. And we will see you at our regular time at midnight on Monday. Until then, thank you for watching, keep well, and good night.